Okay, thank you very much for the invitation. Very happy to be here. This is a project which is a collaboration between an architect and an artist. So this ongoing manifesto is going to explore a little bit the theoretical part of these pieces, that this architectural or art pieces that appear in different urban contexts. And as well, first idea, I would like to say that it's something that appears in the boundary of the discipline. It's not very clear whether it belongs to art, it belongs to architecture, or which kind of ambit exactly is going to belong. So, first of all, a definition about how architecture is understood in terms of the nature of architecture. We're gonna try to explain. It's, to summarize it, I consider it as a product which creates a resignification through a resistance which implies awareness. So this is the nature of these unexpected architectures. I'm going to identify 6 different categories in which we can explain this a little bit in further. So first of them is relational. It's unexpected architectures may operate as prepositions. This means a word expressing a relation to another word. A state of encounter between a given object and a new one is introduced. Both of them together acquire a different condition as an aggregate. Architecture emerges as a dialectical product. The relationships of objects create hybrid systems which may suggest an in-between way of experiencing space. Second condition, formal. Unexpected architectures are conceived as part of a process of poiesis. This means bring something into being that did not exist before, sort of inventing, ex nihilo. Form, defined as an outline contrasting with a content, is at the same time coherent unity and also spatial differentiation. Abstract form is conceived in opposition to ready-made as an attempt to go beyond typological approach in architecture through the introduction of a particular condition of being. But given this relational dimension, form can only come about from the meeting of 2 levels of reality. Form may have an intuitive purpose, furthermore, an unpredicted functionality. Third, actional. Agamben defines a device as something with the ability to determine somehow the behaviors of living beings. A device may introduce power relationships between the human being and the environment. Action is a dimension which may be present from primogenital process of the discovering of this environment to a preconceived ad hoc setting. Action, given its temporary condition, may imply the transformation of architecture into an event. In an unpredicted and rather simple form, unexpected architectures may operate in non-defined, transitory, or abandoned spaces as spontaneous devices. Fourth, semiotical. The body is the cognitive instrument which creates meaning through the experience with the world. It is because of the human body that architecture acquires a marked anthropomorphic condition. Meaning is created through the act of coming together in the space, both for the object and for the subject. Unexpected architectures indicate a haptic, inviting, and improvised approach so as to expand and enrich the process of resignification, almost to exhaustion. Fifth condition, phenomenological. The particular character of a place is also a condition for unexpected architectures to take place. The principle of transmutation establishes that an architectural element admits at least two possible differentiated uses. As part of a phenomenological approach, architecture may intend to visualize, complement, and visualize a given situation. This approach may liberate the artifact from its pure functional condition and accentuate its poetics in relation to a place. Awareness of the temporary, the accident, the surprise is an intrinsic condition of unexpected architectures. Understand its playful potential may turn architecture into an event within a given environment. Six, political. Unexpected architectures are bound to exert a critical resistance towards standardization, the structures of power, the generic. This may happen through subversion in the form of a creative act. As political artifacts, unexpected architectures are born in the contingency and provoke challenging relationships with the city. In abstract terms, a political act may simply be the search for an opportunity where to bring an upgrade solution. But it may also trigger an unpredicted use, an open direction in the way a city could be experienced. So this Manifesto for Unexpected Architectures is an ongoing project that collects these actions in the form of micro-scale architectures. Considered as a defunct format from the past century, Manifesto is conceived here as a retroactive compilation of works which aim to display an imagery so as to create an awareness rather than to promote a revolutionary vision. And this work is in line with other contemporary ways of understanding the architectural practice, with the belief that unveiling a new future where spontaneity, collective intelligence, illegality, dystopia, degrowth, marginality, and citizen empowerment can coexist. Thank you.